Hey, Faithful, welcome to another episode of Voice of a Niner Faithful. I'm your host, Jason. Today I'm going to dive into the fascinating story of Brock Purdy, the San Francisco 49ers quarterback who almost led our team to a Super Bowl victory last February. Despite his impressive early success, Purdy's journey is often overshadowed, I'd say more than often, by skepticism. Critics are still frequently attributing his performance to the 49ers' strong supporting cast, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, and, of course, Kyle Shanahan, rather than his own talent. Let's explore his career, the narrative surrounding his abilities, and latest developments in the 49ers lineup with minicamp updates as they prepare for the upcoming season. I'm also going to answer a question from a listener. Finally got a second question, so I'll answer them. Just let me know. So let's dive into it. So Brock Purdy's journey. So he's had some early success and, of course, criticism. He was the last pick of the overall draft in 2022. We all know that. Defied expectations by nearly clinching a Super Bowl win for the 49ers. Many doubted his capabilities, pointing to his draft position and suggesting that no player overlooked by all the NFL teams could be among the league's elite, which obviously he's proven that to us. Debunking the short pass myth. That's one of the biggest things against him. The narrative is that he relies on the short pass, letting his teammates gain the most yards after catch. However, if you really look into it, this claim doesn't hold up. PFF, Pro Football Focus, data reveals that Purdy excels in deep passing, ranking as the best quarterback on throws over 20 yards or more downfield last season. He achieved a nearly perfect 99.9% passing grade on deep throws, second only to CJ Stroud. I mean, come on. That's awesome. Yeah, most of his passes are in the 20 plus range, but they're down the middle. They're 20 plus. That's a deep pass to me. So, deep passes, 20 plus yards, 99.9% pass grade, 956 yards, 11 touchdowns, only one interception. Pretty damn good. Clean pocket throws, 93.2 grade, leading the NFL with a passer rating of 125.4. Now, remember, that's just the clean pocket throws. These numbers illustrate that Purdy's success isn't merely just the product of his environment, because he's got to have his own skill and his own accuracy to do it. So come on, guys, we all know this isn't a fluke. He's awesome. Now, sure, he has a supporting cast and coaching. Kyle Shanahan's system, he fits into it. It's undeniable the offensive system and the 49ers' talented roster contribute significantly to Purdy's success. His Shanahan schemes are renowned, and we all know that, for maximizing quarterback efficiency and leveraging the strengths of his team's dynamic players. Now, yeah, that it's undeniable, but Purdy has to have his own skill and accuracy for any of that to work. You can have the most awesome roster, but you can have the crappiest quarterback, and it's going to show. That quarterback's got to have the talent to do it, and Purdy has it. So, now, some of the recent roster moves that actually might help him, by the way. Making strategic moves to bolster their squad. The 49ers notably added veteran tight end Logan Thomas. Excellent backup, second tight end for Kittle. He adds depth and definitely offensive versatility. He did really good on the Commanders. So if you go back and watch him, you'll see it's an awesome pickup and another target for Purdy. All right, now that we've straightened out, and I'm sure that most of us already knew about Purdy's offensive capabilities, Now let's move up to some of the highlights of the off-season, the mandatory minicamp, and back in the training camp, and OTAs and all that. So they've concluded their off-season workouts and mandatory minicamp, setting the stage for pretty intense training camp. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Uh, it'll be crucial for finalizing the 53-man roster. I think preseason games as well will contribute to that. I really hope they never go away with all preseason games. I think they at least need two, but I like the three. But let's go and dive into that. Winners and losers of OTAs and minicamp. So winners, Ricky Pearsall. Awesome. I love this pick. I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptical on it when it first happened. It's like, why are we picking up a wide receiver with the first pick? I was thinking it was going to be, offensive line or cornerback, and I definitely said that many times. Don't mind me waving, just something in my face. Um, so, but he turns out he's doing pretty decent. Um, he's impressing his teammates and coaches with route running and quick adaptation to the playbook. So he's picking up everything. Offensive line, Ben Barch. He's stepping up in Jake Brendel's absence. Barch has shown significant progress, potentially securing a future at that center, which is awesome. We need a really good center, so that'll help Purdy out a lot. Linebacker D. Winters, name we haven't picked up a lot lately, but he was pretty good standout in the OTAs. Winters is looking to fill that Sam linebacker role really, really good. Cornerback, one of our rookies, Renardo Green. He's learning all the multiple positions that a cornerback needs to know. He's getting a lot of praise from everybody for his versatility and his competitiveness. I think he's going to be an awesome, awesome cornerback for us. Now, unfortunately, we can't have the good without the bad. Obviously, part of the bad is wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. BA being absent from OTAs. Yeah, the OTAs are not mandatory, but the mandatory minicamp. I don't know. I'm thinking. I still think, and I'm going to say this as often as I can until it happens. BA is going to still be part of our team. He's going to get his contract, but because it's unresolved, that's why he's probably not at minicamp. And with the emergence of Pearsall doing as good as he is, it's impacting his leverage. So it's not helping him in the fact that A, he's not getting that practice in with his teammates, and B, because the minicamp was a mandatory, he's getting fined. I wish I could afford to. Oh yeah, I could afford to pay that fine, but no, he's getting fined. It's not the greatest thing for the team in the long run, but BA is still going to be part of the team. He'll make it. We'll get him. We'll get him signed. It's all good. Now, our tight end draft picks. Braden Willis and Latu. It's going to be tough, especially since we signed Logan Thomas. I don't know. Maybe one of those two will go to the practice squad. Maybe both of them. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure at least one of them will stay in the active roster. One of them will go to the practice squad. It's going to be tough for that. They're going to both have to shine. And of course, Ambry Thomas. He had really good plays, really bad plays. There was nothing really in the middle for him last season that at least that I saw. And because Renardo Green is excelling in the offseason so far, it's not looking good for Ambry Thomas. So I really hope he picks it up, but I'm not expecting him to stick with the roster too much longer. I don't know if he's even going to make it. All right. With all that said, now we can go into the big thing. that happened over the past week. The Christian McCaffrey getting his extension. That's the 49ers. Yes, I'm looking off a little script I wrote up so I didn't forget anything. So the 49ers also secured a piece of their offense by extending Christian McCaffrey's contract. This move not only rewards McCaffrey for his stellar performance, but also solidifies the team's backfield for this foreseeable future. Now, getting to this part, here's my, like I mentioned at the beginning, I had actually got my second question from a listener. Thank you. So the question came from a guy, JD, wondering what happens now with this extension and if Debo or BA will get traded. So I think the deal, it helps keep stability in the running back room. I think CMC will have a huge influence on Jordan Mason. I love Jordan Mason. He's an awesome running back. I think anything you saw from him last year is only going to get better this year. And CMC being his teacher, that's going to he can only get better. And any other young running backs that we happen to pick up in the next year or so for trades or next year's draft or whatnot, it's going to be awesome just having CMC there. Now, I think that as much as I like Mitchell, that this contract for CMC means he might get traded, even dropped. I mean, Mitchell's rookie year, I loved him in his rookie year, but then he started getting hurt. And that's the thing about running backs. It's part of their it's in their job. I mean, they're gonna get hurt in some fashion. I mean, most running backs aren't the biggest guys in the world. They're short, they're not heavy, and they're trying to fit through 300 plus pound linemen on the defensive side. Yeah, they're going to get pounded pretty good, and they're going to get hurt. And unfortunately for Mitchell, he tends to get hurt a lot. So he's not on the field. He's not showing what he can do. And I just don't, like I said, I like Mitchell, but I just don't see it happening for him. If he's still on the team, he's going to be behind Mitch. He's going to be behind Mason. But I'm expecting sometime maybe get traded or something. I feel for him. I hope he actually pulls it off. I hope I'm wrong and he stays on the team and he's awesome. But I can see Mitchell not making it because of this extension. As for the Debo and BA, yes, there were reports out there that the trade talk was there, and no one's denying that the trade talk was there. But Debo and BA are staying. Yes, we haven't signed fully BA yet, but it's gonna happen just like the past 4 years with other big names, Bosa, Kittle, Fred Warner. They all were late in the offseason when they got signed. So Ayuk will get done. Be patient. So, in conclusion, the 49ers are gearing up for another Super Bowl run. I think we're going to do it. And Brock Purdy's development and the team's strategic roster moves are crucial for it. And despite criticisms, Purdy has proven himself as a talented quarterback. I personally think he's easily in the top 10. I wouldn't say top 5 yet. I want to see what he does this year, but top 10. And he's capable of leading this team easily. He's shown that. The upcoming season promises to be exciting. And with high expectations for the 49ers to make it to the Super Bowl again. And I think it's going to happen. I think we easily can make it through our own division. We'll be division champs. I think the playoffs are going to be another tight one, but I think they're going to be better. I don't think it's going to be like the Lions game where the first half was what's happening. Then the second half we pulled it out, or the Green Bay game. where it seemed really tight and we weren't sure what's going on, but we pulled that one out too. But I think it's going to be even better games in the playoffs, and we're going to get to that Super Bowl again, and we're going to win it this time. That's my expectation. So, with all that said, I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all coming and giving me these questions. Thank you, JD. Anybody else you have a question, shoot me a line, shoot me a comment. Definitely comment. Any comments. Comment. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I'm only 19 more subscribers away from making it to being able to go live on YouTube. So bring them in. If you want to hear of anything in particular, let me know. Comment. So subscribe, like, definitely like. Liking is good too. And comment. And hope to hear from you soon. Have a good morning.